Good morning, students. Welcome to social science class of 8th standard. Today we will study history 6th chapter, rise of Jainism and Buddhism. In this chapter you will learn the background of the rise of Jainism and Buddhism, the principles of Jainism and Buddhism, and the spread of Jainism and Buddhism. As we know, India is a land of many cultures and religions. So, this diverse culture is nourished by various religions. So, of these, the Jainism and Buddhism are the two important religions. They emerged during 6th century BCE in the mid-region of River Ganga plain. Buddha and Mahavira, they preached peace, non-violence, tolerance and human values, which are the essence of plural cultures. Let us say, what are the reasons behind the rise of Jainism and Buddhism? By the time of 6th century BC, Indian society was divided on the basis of Varnas, means caste. So those Varnas are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. So in the first two Varnas, Brahmin and Kshatriya were there, and below them were Vaishya and Shudra. Brahmins were the priests conducting yajna and were the heads of all the ceremonies of religious rituals. They had the rights to receive gifts and payments. They had held control over Kshatriyas and were performing the role of guiding the kings also. Kshatriyas were the ruling class and were in the second place in the hierarchy. They were sustaining by taxing the farmers, but third one, the Vaishyas, who were engaged in animal husbandry and business. And they were also called twice born, means Dvija. Still certain prohibitions were on them, but the Shudras were considered as the labor class and were there only as household laborers and skilled workers. So all the status and facilities of the society were reserved for the upper Varnas only, means Brahmanas and Kshatriyas. Women along with Shudras were considered as a profane. Profane means disrespect. They were not treating that much of respectfully. This Varna-based society had created tension and complaints among the communities. During this period, the teachings of Gautama Buddha and Mahavira appeared as a new hope for them. As you know, in ancient time, their main occupation was agricultural practices. So it played a major role that changes occur in the political and religious system. So this was also one of the reasons for the rise of Jainism and Buddhism. So at that time, the east of present Uttar Pradesh region, the north and south of present Bihar were witnessed the emergence of new economic structure based on new agriculture. Here what happened by 5 BCE, iron implements came into use. So with the iron blades in them, flow became more effective and were driven by oxen. So in order to improve the food production, the use of oxen were inevitable. So the oxen were sacrificed during religious rituals, which brought down their number. So in this background, both Jainism and Buddhism rejected animal sacrifice and advocated non-violence. So a new hope became visible to people. As a result of all these things, people got attracted to Jainism and Buddhism religion. So again during this period, the cities grew, that Kaushambi, Kushinagar, Varanasi, Vaishali, Rajagriha, Chiranda cities in Bihar came into prominence. Artisans and business people came and settled in these cities. Coins were used as a means of exchange for the first time. So the Vaishyas, who were placed in third place in the Varna system, commanded no respect from the society. They were facing the problem by the Vedic religion on their social status. So the business class supported the Jainism and Buddhism, which rejected Varna system. Next, what happened? The major changes took place in the political system of the society also contributed to the rise of new religions. The Janapadas and Mahajanapadas in the river Ganga plains were getting transformed into kingship. The new kings from these Janapada communities were looking for a way out to break the hegemony of Vedic religion, rituals of Vedic religion. So they accepted the philosophy of Buddha and Mahavira, who preached the futility of war and supported non-violence. Next, the religions of Buddha and Mahavira identified the desire as the main reason for all the human hardship. So the problems of humans is main the desire. So they gave a call to overcome them. So how we can overcome by that problem? They supported the simple living without accumulation too much wealth. They rejected luxurious life and advocated peaceful and moral family life. So instead of Sanskrit, they preached the people in their own languages, that is Pali and Prakrit. They offered a new path to the people by rejecting the Vedic religion. So these are the reasons for the rise of Jainism and Buddhism. First, we will study about Jainism. Jainism, it is one of the very ancient religions. Traditionally, the Jains believe in the existence of 24 Tirthankaras. The first Tirthankara was Rishabha. The 23rd Tirthankara was Parshvanath, who was the son of King Ashwasena. Parshvanatha was born as in the 8th century BC. He is believed to have renounced all luxuries, indulged and society to become a hermit. Hermit means saint. Through renouncement and meditation, Parshvanatha attained enlightenment and immortality. Parshvanatha preached 4 principles for living a peaceful life. The 5th principle was taught by Vardhamana, the 24th Tirthankara of the Jains. Principles are non-violence, truth, astheya, do not steal, aparigraha, do not own property, and last one, brahmacharya. Vardhamana Mahavira. He was born in Kundali Grama in Vaishali to Siddharth and the king of Natrika tribe and Trishla Devi, the princess of the Republic of Lichavi. At the age of 30, Vardhamana renounced his family and house and set out in search of truth. For 12 years he wandered in his quest for truth. He meditated and punished his body by fasting. He achieved enlightenment at the age of 42. Vardhamana had achieved control over his senses and had attained power over comfort and pain. So due to this achievement, he became a Jina and came to be known as Mahavira. A Jina was one who had overcome his senses, means complete control over his senses and become victorious. The followers of Jainism came to be known as Jains. Mahavira spent the rest of his life preaching his knowledge to the people. He started preaching his thoughts in villages and towns around the Ganga and Yamuna rivers and travelled towards western India. He attained Nirvana in Paupuri of Bihar at the age of 72. Mahavira taught 5 vows to the people based on the principle of Jainism. The 5 vows are: first one, non-violence; second, truth; third, asteya, means do not steal; aparigraha, do not own property; last one, brahmacharya. Mahavira taught 3 principles of behavior to the people, which came to be known as 3 Ratnas. The 3 Ratnas are Samyak Darshana, means right faith. Samyak Jnana, right knowledge. Samyak Charitra, right practice. Jainism does not reject the existence of God completely, but it advocates atheism. Atheism means the belief that there is no God. It denies the role of God in daily affairs of people. It places God at lower level than Jina. As we know, the Jina means a person who had complete control over his senses and become victorious. Jains believe that everything possesses a soul, and it is only through the purification of the soul that one can achieve freedom from rebirth and attain nirvana. So, how we can purify our soul? So, purification is possible through meditation, fasting, punishment of the body, destruction of the body. This process is known as Sallekhana. The concept of karma is a very important aspect of Jainism. According to this, a human being can attain salvation, means mukti, only through good and holy acts. To attain enlightenment means the process of gaining knowledge. The soul had to achieve freedom from the bondage of the body. Traditionally, there are two important sects among Jainas called Shvetambaras and Digambaras. Those saints and their followers who wear white clothes are called Shvetambaras, whereas those saints and their followers who do not wear any clothes are called Digambaras. After the first Jaina council, the preachings of Mahavira were compiled in 12 volumes. The first Jaina council held at Pataliputra. The preachings of Mahavira were called 12 Angas by the Jains. They are in Prakrit language. Due to the famine in Bihar, one group of Jains migrated to the south and settled down at Shravanabelagola. Thus, Jainism spread to the south and many works too came to be written in Kannada, Telugu and Tamil languages. Janna, Pampa, Ranna and Ponna, the famous poets of Kannada, were also Jains. Students, today we have learnt about Jainism. In next video, we will learn about Buddhism.